Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah Al-An'am, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإن تطع أكثر من في الأرض يدلوك عن سبيل الله إن يتبعون إلا الظن وإن هم إلا يخرصون. If we reflect on the meaning of this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and then all of us after this, إن تطع أكثر من في الأرض, if you obey most or the majority of the people on earth, يدلوك عن سبيل الله, they will misguide you from the way of Allah. إن يتبعون إلا الظن, they only follow the doubt or their own thoughts. SubhanAllah, if we reflect on the ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, if you follow most of those on earth, they will misguide you. And they will not take you to the road of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I was discussing this with a friend of mine that I like to discuss a lot of this ayat with. And he said, I know, Ashraf, I'm afraid of what you're going to say, which is democracy could not work. Because if you follow the majority will misguide you. And he said he read a lot about this topic. Because the ayah is clear, if you follow the majority will misguide you. SubhanAllah. I used to have a professor when I'm studying in engineering. He used to have a theory that the majority is wrong. And he asks a question and he looks at the majority and say you're wrong, and only a few gets it right. This is any question he asked, it was a fact. When he asked and he finds where the majority is, he says, see, that's the wrong answer, now let's look at the right answer. SubhanAllah, the majority, most of them is wrong, and the accurate one. He taught us in life and engineering again that most people are in the middle, but those who get it right are a few on the right, and those who are totally wrong are a few on the left. And in the middle, the average is in the middle. SubhanAllah. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Prophet Muhammad and telling us, you follow the most of the people, they will misguide you. SubhanAllah. If you sit in any meeting, you don't find everybody has the right solution. Everybody's talking about what he wants or what he's looking for or his own opinion. And as we said before, ask a question about Islam, is this halal or haram? And if you have 10 people, we end up with 11 opinions about each one telling you, what's my opinion? And then you ask any of you, studied any of you? No, it's my feeling. We all express our feelings, just like ayah says it here, إِن يَتَّبَعُونَ إِلَّا الظَّنِّ. They only follow the doubt or what they think rather than what is the sure thing or what is accurate. SubhanAllah. And here he gave us an example, this mystical character for us in folklore. They say Juha and his son, they had a mule. And they couldn't decide should they both ride it, only one, the son rides it. So first, they thought, why not the father ride it and the son walk beside him? Going in the street, people looked and said, look at the old man is riding and leaving his young son walk. This is not appropriate. So they changed, the son is riding and the father is walking. Some others looked and said, look at the son, has heartless, he's let his father walk and he's riding. They decided, why not both of us ride? Some said, look at these people, have no mercy on the animal. They're too heavy, they're going to kill the animal. So they said, the best thing is we both walk and pull the mule behind us. And some said, look at these crazy people. They're wasting the energy they could ride because you cannot satisfy everybody. If you try to satisfy one or another, you can never satisfy everybody all the time. And that's why the ayah in the Quran in Surah Al-Imran tells Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, فَاعْفُ عَنْهُمْ وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لَهُمْ وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. Astaghfir lahum, forgive people. Afu anhum, first forgive them and then ask Allah to forgive them. وَشَاوِرْهُمْ, discuss with them. فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ, but if you decide, and this is something important, that a leader has to listen to everybody and get different opinions. But since you cannot satisfy everybody, the leader has to make up his mind based on all the opinions and find what is the best route to take. And unfortunately, we Muslims cannot accept this fact. We get together, we discuss, and if the leader decides to take a certain route, we divide 2-3 groups because he didn't listen to our advice, and I told you so. So we have to realize that a leader has to take a decision. And the decision there could only be one decision, it cannot be 2 or 3 or whatever, and we have to obey and follow. فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ, it is the leader that decide. And we have to realize that not the majority of the people have the knowledge.